Will vote on 4 positions on the Portland School Board.
See, 3 spots are being vacated, and then another has a member running for re-election.
That particular member represents Zone 3, where 4 candidates are on the ballot, and a whole lot of money is being spent to win this one.
A lot of money, and our Tim Becker is following that money and has more now from the newsroom. Tim.
Yeah, some big bucks being raised, particularly by 2 candidates, incumbent Bobby Regan and Amy Konstam, which made us wonder, how accessible is a school board position if a candidate can't raise a sizable amount of cash? Before the candidates answered students' questions at a forum in Grant High School today.
I mean, you're having to fight for your cause this time a little bit more financially.
Yes.
Several of them answered mine about trying to win a school board position, a job that doesn't pay a dime, with little funding.
I think it's a challenge, and we see that across all politics, and some say that money, can buy yourself an election.
In my ideal world, we would have some level of modest public funding for school board elections so that there wasn't this competition for fundraising, and then more people could afford to get into the race and we'd have a more diverse pool of candidates.
Ruth Adkins is one of those stepping down from an unpaid job that she calls extremely important and a huge honor and a privilege to do, but also says can be stressful and take a toll.
My dad graduated from Grant.
So why would someone like Amy Konstam go to the trouble of raising thousands of dollars to campaign for the Zone 3 position, a job now held by incumbent Bobby Regan, who's built a financial arsenal of her own?
Fortunately, I'm not running against either of those 2.
Here's why. According to the Secretary of State's website, Konstam has raised over $101,000 already. We found out Regan has more than $93,000 to help keep that Zone 3 position.
It's a heck of a lot of money. It's distressing to me to see that.
It's kind of sad that it is coming to be such an expensive race. I mean, we're all volunteers. We all care about the community. But at the same time, it's a low turnout election, so it's going to be important for us to be able to communicate directly to voters.
In comparison, Paul Anthony has raised $18,500 trying to win the position in Zone 2, where Jose Gonzalez,
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $30,000.
has a little more to spend, all for a job with no income but huge responsibility.
Who serves on the school board makes a huge difference, not just for our schools, but the entire community.
All right, and another thing we learned, out-of-state contributions are perfectly legal for school board candidates. At last check, Regan has 37 such donations, totaling over $16,000. Konstam, 5 out-of-state contributors for just over $2,000. Both, by the way, have money from several different political campaigns and businesses. Election day, guys, just a couple of weeks away, so we're going to keep an eye on the races.
This is just fascinating to me, Tim, but I think a lot of people were stunned to find out that out-of-state donations are accepted and that they're actually coming into a Portland school board race.
Doesn't seem to make sense on the surface of it, does it, Jeff?
No. All right. Thanks, Tim.
Let's look